Breaking news, my wonderful people. The military, the Pole's Gabon president, takes over government. Guys, the Gabonese president Ali Bongo has been disposed by the military days after winning the presidential election. According to the BBC, soldiers were said to have appeared on the Gabonese national television in Gabon to announce that they had taken power. The coupists also announced the annulment of the Saturday's election and the dissolution of the democratic government in the country. Bongo, who came to power after the death of his father in 2009, won a third term in an election, which opposition argued was heavily disputed. The development comes amid the move to resolve the removal of a democratically elected president in Niger Republic. Both the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the African Union, which have rejected the coup in Niger, are yet to react to the coup in Gabon as at the time of filing this report. My country people, now wow, a lot is really happening, guys. We never saw this coming. This is a very shocking development. It seems that the Niger coup leaders, they are giving other countries mind, this morale to take over for the military, soldiers to plot a coup and take over a democratic government. Because the one in Niger is yet to be resolved. That of Mali, Burkina Faso. See, African countries are now resorting to, coup d'etat, military takeovers because this democratic government has really failed. Now, a dozen of Gabonese soldiers appeared on television on Wednesday, announcing they were putting an end to the current regime and the cancellation of an election that, according to official results, President Ali Bongo won. During the announcement, the AFP journalist heard gunfire rang out in the Gabonese capital. While announcing the cancellation of the results, one of the soldiers said all the institutions of the republic have been dissolved. So, they have decided to defeat peace by putting an end to the current regime, one of the soldiers said on TV channel Gabon 24. Adding that he was speaking on behalf of the Committee of the Transition and the Restoration of Institutions. To this end, the general elections of the 26th August 2023 and the truncated results are cancelled, he added. All the institutions of the Republic are dissolved. The government, the Senate, the National Assembly, and the Constitutional Court. He added, announcing the closure of the country's borders until further notice. Among the soldiers were members of the Republican Guard, as well as soldiers of the regular army and police officers. The statement was also broadcast on Gabon 1 public television. The AFP journalist heard gunfire in several districts of the Libreville during the statement. The announcement came shortly after the National Election Authority said Bongo, who has been in power for 14 years, had won a third term in the Saturday's election with 64.27% of the vote, which they strongly feel that the election was highly compromised, the election was highly rigged, and they decided to take power for themselves. Guys, you can see the similarities between them and Nigeria. You can see the similarities between these African countries that these militaries have decided to, take over power. We recall that of the Nigeria's general elections was highly compromised, was filled with a lot of irregularities, and this country have also, decried over the state of their general elections in their country. And they've made it known that they won't accept Ali Bongo as the president-elect. So this military, now they decided to take over power. Guys, This has now become a common occurrence in African countries. I mean, when would it be better in African countries? The fact that these, military leaders are now stepping up, taking over power, although I know some people would, see this as a welcoming development, but then my country people, this is really serious. All these are going on because the democratic government have really failed. We claim we practice democracy, meanwhile we have nothing to show for it. Our democracy looks more like that of a dictatorship, you know, government, whereby the president gets to dictate and all. It doesn't even feel like that of a democratic government. And yet, most African countries deceive themselves and claim they practice democracy. At the end of the day, the people are not happy. Now we see, had it been in this country now, they actually practice democracy, the Gabon, these soldiers wouldn't have seized this opportunity, taken this opportunity to seize power. Now they've cancelled the election result. That of the Niger is almost similar. Now people are saying, oh, this should happen in Nigeria. This is what we are praying for. Nigerians should wake up. This is a good news. Wow, this is very nice. Some people are already, giving accolades to these military leaders, these coup plotters that took over this Gabon. Some Nigerians are already praising them, that it is only Nigeria that is remaining. That some people are already saying they can't wait for the same thing to happen in this country. So my country people, the thing is, as long as corruption remains the most lucrative business among politicians in Africa, the coup will continue to spread, and the people, the masses, are going to support this 100%. Now, this would make it the 8th successful coup in some African countries. The thing is, some of these countries, they claim that they practice democracy, but it's more like a military rule. Inside the democracy government or the democratic government they claim they are practicing, it's more like a military rule. So all these things eventually would come up. If the people are not satisfied with the government, there will surely be a takeover of power. There will surely be a coup. There would be a revolution. So my country people, this is just an act of a revolution on corrupt African leaders who are, seeing this position as a family business. Now, we've heard that this particular president have been in power. I mean, this is his third tenure. That this would be his third term in office. He has contested for the first time and the second time. Now he's going again. This has now become a family business. So my country people, no be small matter dey go on for Gabon. So guys, I'm dropping here. What are your thoughts concerning this, guys? It seems that the current president of Gabon, Ali Bongo, is quite selfish. I mean, despite his health condition, some said he's even suffering from stroke, that he's still seeking for a third term. And that is greed. It is pure greed. So you see, this military or these coup leaders, they've decided to show him the way out of power. Now, some will see this as another liberation in Gabon, while the ECOWAS, well, we know that they would surely react to this. So my country people, it seems the people are now taking over power. They are challenging their leaders. Now, this is the fall of a Bongo dynasty. Guys, kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.